North American 2K final, like on an individual skill level, I know like Echo Fox and Optic, they're good players, but I put so much emphasis on weapon placement and how they set the tone of the fight, and that's how we're starting to see this matchup between Fable versus Supremacy. Supremacy, the last time that we saw these guys on Fightnight, they had this exact same roster, but you know, I gave them a lot of criticism on how they were placing weapons, how they were trying to outsmart Fable, and also at the same time, you know, you want to force these guys to play their best game. Oh yeah. You need to get better. Folks, this is our EU 2K final, kicking this one off with Foundation. Let's hop into it.
And on Foundation, we're going to see pretty much a basic setup. We have a 3-mid strat, which is basically going to set things off. The B hill, we have Physics right now, and the battle starting off, and Craze getting 1 kill, and he is taken out by Zorkos.
Yes, he is. Phelpsy with the cleanup as well. That's going to be 3 members down from Vitality. All going to be up to Baghdad and Strike to kind of figure out how do they want to press into this one. But it's still early round, still 10-second respawns as well. And you're going to start to see this neutral hill go in favor of Fable. So both teams got all players spawned up. You know, still the home hill of Supremacy still not capped up. I guess they just sitting the rest of those resources because the B hill is so important.
Yes, Fable started off strong by capturing B hill, but right now you see Supremacy being aggressive. Like we spoke about earlier, they're pushing Fable all the way back. A team kill has happened. Let's see if Fizz can go ahead and win this 1v1. This is huge. Oops. He was stuck in town for a second.
Yeah, for a little bit, but he did manage to pick up those kills, and that's what you need out of Physics. Just define Physics with those shots.
This 1v1 is so crucial right now.
If Prim can win this, I would have, see, he's going to chase him because he had the damage in, and I respect the play. At first, I was going to say, in that position, you can just stand on top of the B hill.
Yes.
He's going to come out like, okay, if that's what you want to do, let me stand and force the domination and force you to come out. But he did get the kill, but they did not get that domination. They had like a slim window for that, but Fable looking good, 70-point lead so far.
I see where Physics thought that play was smart right there, but he could have stayed put at B. He could have held off that 1v1 for his teammates to come back because the spawns aren't that long. Baghdad was taken down, but Vitality strikes. He goes ahead, gets revived. This 1v1 could be huge if he could take it and stop this domination.
Now, gonna decap this kill, taking some damage, but he's gonna have his teammates there as well for the quick revive if need be. That's one of those situations where you have your teammate melee you and revive you quickly just so you can get your health back. But Strikers looking for one more. Got crazed in the sight, but not gonna make anything happen off that play. You see the point still in favor of Fable. Looking good. This next push is gonna be coming out for Supremacy on top of this B hill.
So one thing that I definitely like that I'm seeing from Supremacy at the moment, they're definitely being aggressive, but you need to be more consistent in these gunfights. If you're going to push the likes of Craze and Phelpsy, you gotta win those 1v1s.
You definitely do. Gonna be on board with Chris. And you see Supremacy, they're still trying to fight Contempt and B, but when it comes down to these rotations, this is a good one. You kind of had Fable overextended, kind of being annoying by those fountains, but I was gonna say, I wanna see a push from Supremacy, you know, maybe top tables, try to take this 1v1, try to, you know, be that guy to force their home hill in your favor as your teammates fight for this B hill, but as we see, Strikers getting super aggressive, pushing up the cave of Fable, looking to get one, not able to, but help comes, but not soon enough. Oh, actually, I take that back. Still, Craze in a position, picking up a double with help from Marsha as well. As you said, stuck in time for a little bit.
So we see some strong pushes from Supremacy, but the one thing, like you said, and it kind of irritates me about these Gears of War teams, they get this tunnel vision where they keep trying to push the B hill, they keep trying to push one hill, but if that's not working, you have to rotate to the other side of the map and get that double home cap. You have to open up the map just a little bit.
And I do agree. I think that's the real criticism in which, in just this first round, that we can kind of give Supremacy was that after you lose that B fight, you know, you need to have players in position to make that quick rotation up top tables. Even if you see your teammates in that position down low, you see a 1v1, sometimes you got to say, hey, you know what? I know it's one guy top tables. Let me be the one to push in and distract him. And even if Chris would have pushed that, also you got to understand that their guy that's top tables is also lancering over top to your teammates.
Nobody was touching him.
Yeah, he's sitting there lancering for free as your teammates are trying to fight for this Pistons hill. So you at least need to tell that guy, you know, try to get his attention, hit him with a pistol bullet or two and say, hey, focus on me. You know, I'm the fight that you need to be worried about. And so you can kind of take that extra pressure off your teammates. But going into round number 2.
Can we please get Phelpsy on the screen? 8 kills already in round 1. I'm pretty sure we're going to see another basic strat. The hammer burst was put down, any welding, but Fable, Supremacy, they didn't pick it up. Could that be a big mistake?
we're going to see they're more so focused on this fight down low, trying to get the extra man advantage. You're going to see Kraz breaks the ice, 4v4 situation. Now 3v3 man advantage going to favor Supremacy. One member alive.
Don't do it to him, Zork.
Oh, he got to hit those shots, though. He's going to have some help. But now A Hill being capped up, B Hill as well. But the C Hill domination coming through. He's going to be by himself on top of that. 12-second respawns. Those Fable players will be able to push up and back up Supremacy off their home hill. But here comes the rest of the boys.
Oh, yeah, you know, that's what I like. Supremacy, they came out swinging. 4 down immediately. Went for the domination. They weren't able to get it. So what they need to do now, they need to back up and say, okay, you know what? We slapped them up a little bit, but we need to back up, create a line of fire, and then push again when we have all of our spawns.
Now, as you see, you got Fable pushing top tables, control over B Hill as well. Here comes the cleanup on Statue. Got to help his boy out a little bit. But they also in a good prime position. You see how they overextended towards welding. So now you got Supremacy. They can't push from that direction. You got 3 players pushing you top tables as well. Now Supremacy, they're slowly getting pinched.
Turn.
Question is, I wonder how they're going to get out of this situation.
How did they get put in this situation?
Yeah, you
they
see,
were winning.
They're all getting funneled. They're all getting funneled on top of this home hill. This is a beautiful setup by Fable. They got 2 guys defending the cave area, 1 guy watching mid-map. Anybody who spawns up is getting peppered up by the rest of these players by Fountain, and it's not much that Supremacy can do. You need at least 1 player to run away. Just run. Just one of you guys go top table and get out of this little death grip, and that's exactly what Strikers is going to do.
Blaze, this is the time where you called him Mr. Krabs.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is, because they were just looking like, what the hell is going on?
Now, for those of you that are at home and you don't play Gears of War competitively, when you're getting pinched like this, the thing is, if you're having trouble controlling your own home hill, send that 1 player out there, you know, low key.
But the setup was so damn good by Fable, where they had 2 guys top table,
on both sides.
1 guy's been mapping, they had 2 guys at welding, where so many Lancer bullets that they just kind of, Supremacy was panicked, they was crumbling, but Fable not able to like really keep them in there and pick up those kills. They left the door open top tables for Supremacy to escape out. But we see these points, and now Supremacy will get control over B. They're about to get into the 2 cap, and just like you said, they were leading early on. That was so Fable was able to pull away with that lead, but Supremacy not out of this one just yet.
They got a little bit excited at first. You know, they thought they were going to get the domination. It didn't happen according to plan. They backed up, they got pushed back, but in that scenario, what I would like to do if I was on that team, of course, not as good as these guys, you know, you gotta know to not get ahead of yourself.
Yeah.
You have to set up, you have to watch, you know, for every single angle, because what Fable did, they pushed out on all sides of the map. You know, they cornered Supremacy, and now Supremacy, they're fighting back, they're able to get the B hill. Let's see if they can go ahead and take this game back.
All right, things are starting to slow down just a little bit. But you hear that notification for the domination that A hill will be decapped as well. At this point, you're going to have to decap the home hill of Fable. Ooh, pressure.
Look at these angles.
Grass is in a prime spot. And I like how you just kind of let that first guy run by. You don't let him run by. You know that he can't go anywhere past that midway point. So
this is game.
Yeah, this is going to be a game round. This is going to go in the hands of Fable. And you know what? When it comes down to, you know, just kind of playing for those 2 hills, they had one of the most perfect 2 hill setups I've seen in a long time, but that only lasts so long because it's like if the setup was as perfect as I'm saying it is, they should have been able to easily get a domination off of it. I feel.
Yeah.
That's why when you kind of compare what they did there to, let's say, maybe Echo Fox in a sense, another team who kind of plays those angles.
What?
Echo Fox would have translated that into a quick domination, which is always the goal.
Praise would have been all up in the home hill.
Yeah. they would have got those few kills that was needed. So good setup. But I'm, you know, if I got to give it on a grading scale, I got to still give it like a 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10. You know,
so,
just because they didn't get the domination off of it.
I asked Zorkos what makes Fable so special, and he talks about how much practice they've been getting. And the word on the street is that they're playing a lot of games against these American teams. And one thing that I saw when they were pushing the home hill, you saw a little bit of optic in them. You saw a little bit of Echo Fox. They were using a wolf pack to rush that home hill. It wasn't, you know, 2 or 3 players. There were 4 people right there.
Yeah,
and
really was.
That's what you have to do. That's what separates the from the ends.
Now, as you can see, this neutral hill fight will go in favor of Fable. Hydrone leaving it right away, telling his next teammate to cap it up, wants to get on top of his home hill to really fight with his teammates. Crash backing up off a spawn to get his home hill as well. And so Supremacy, they're gonna live, not getting this early not going to dominate it early in this round, but starting to push out top tables. Also content for this B hill as well.
Yeah, they had a huge opening. Phelps, he just had a team kill and killed his own teammate with the incendiary grenade. Another player was taken out by Supremacy. They're pushing for a domination right now. Zorkos has to go big. He gets taken out by Kraz. Marsh gets another kill. Blaze. Look like Supremacy's first win this map.
I don't know if this is going to be their first round win. They got to really close it out. You know, you see they're going to be 4 down. Fable easily. You know, Fable has found himself in this map so far in difficult positions, but still finding their way to get out of it. Making sure that they keep a guy in a prime position to win these team fights, or just pretty much they may be looking like they're about to get dominated, but they just outgun somebody simply. And now you see them looking to strike, get this B hill. They already got the home hill in their favor. Supremacy relances in that back end, but still not able to get the kill. But Phelps, another team kill on Hydro, but they will get this B hill decap to start to pull away with this lead as well.
I like that. You saw that Lancer fire? All right, so last time I was here, we saw Fable go against Supremacy in the 2K finals, what, 2 weeks ago? Fable pretty much had their way with Supremacy. If you were the coach of Supremacy, what would you say in regards to their teamwork and rotating around the map?
If I'm coaching Supremacy in regards to their teamwork and rotating across the map, it's, you know, making sure, number one, making sure that all 5 players is on the same page, and also know that, hey, you can make this move without being told. You know, you gotta be independent thinking when it comes down to these rotations, because sometimes you only have a split second to make that perfect play. So in order to get better at making those perfect plays, you got to make them, and then you know, if it's a bad one, take the blame for the L at the end of the round.
Look at Crim and Marsh right now. Look at these angles. This is what a top team does. If you're at home watching this, take notes.
And you know, it's so funny.
Notes.
This is actually they keep hitting them with this same rotation every single time. You know, they're capping up B. They're sending up those players through cave to either get on on welding or fountains. That's 2 members. Now it's hard to break that setup on the second half of this map, but with those 2 guys over there, they're funneling the Supremacy members down mid map or towards top tables. But then when you go that way, you got 2 members top tables, one top tables, one kind of by the statue stairs, crossing those guys out as well. And you got one guy watching mid map. It is just hard. It's not enough spawn. You're probably gonna need to increase the spawn shield timers for Supremacy for them to get out of that setup.
Boom shot was set down and picked up by Phelpsy. He's being chased right now. Your best bet, he calls to suicide. That can be big. But what I'm saying is Supremacy, they start off so strong. So it's not like Fable's dominating them throughout the whole round.
Yeah, it is. You know, but can I get a look at the overhead map real quick? I just want to see. Okay, all right. Now, because I wanted to on that boom shot location, is that Supremacy. Well, more so on the nade location. What I kind of took from that was that Supremacy, they didn't want that boom shot mid map. Oh no, they didn't want it up under close. You know, that's the fight in which they did not want to take. They wanted to keep this fight on top of this B hill, but so far not working out for them. You got Fable getting control over that boom shot, and now Supremacy. Let's see what they can do.
Right now we see a huge 2v2 fight at the B. The boom shot should be up, not soon, but in a short while. So taking control of this area would be ideal right now. Physics is moving around and stay alive. Domination is coming through. It's up to Physics. You have to get in the hill, big fella.
You really do. You gotta try to break away. He's looking to clean up these clears, looking to take down Phelpsy as well. And Physics will fall. So Chris coming in late, looking to get some damage, and he's gonna fall soon. Got himself trapped between a rock and a hard place, but he actually gets some help. Get some help at map, especially, and they will pick up both these kills. So B hill in favor of Supremacy, and you got Fable spawning up. Now, if they can get these 2 kills, Strikers, Chris, they need to act quick. They can put the tide of this map in their favor. But the flank comes through. They got 1, but here comes the rest of the help. They should be able to get more, but Chris, you see how red he is. Managing to find himself out of a difficult situation.
You know what? I'm not a fan. If you're up 2 hills to 1 right now, and you have at least 2 people at their home hill for the domination cap, you don't go for that immediately 2v2. Not even 2v3. What you're gonna want to do right now, you want to set up, you want to pinch them in that particular area. Wait for your teammates to come by with the Lancer support, and then challenge that fight. Because if you get in that 2v2 and you lose, all of that is for nothing.
Yeah, it really is. Now, you got Baghdad. He's going to be full red. He's going to fall. Double instinct. Triple kill coming out from Phelpsy, actually. And he's going to fall, but quick revive for his teammates. And he's looking for a 4th as well, and he will get it. So 4 members down. Crash gonna get the quick read. That's gonna be a quick 5-piece for Phelpsy. The man's on fire.
21 kills, 4 rounds?
Yeah, in 4 rounds, 21 kills so far, and that's actually pretty impressive, folks. He's just playing out of his mind, and you know what? And I like it because I feel like me personally, especially with the additions of Marsh and Krim to the squad, that Phelpsy, you know, he hasn't got some of the shine that he has before with some of the other rosters, but that's a good feeling. I almost feel like he's like the Kenny of this team now.
You know what's funny about that? When I first met Craze, he said, "What's my name?" Because my first time meeting him, I said, "Oh, you're Phelpsy." He said, "No, Phelpsy's actually way better than me," and he was serious about that. And I thought about that for a moment. I started watching this team even more. Phelpsy is a phenomenal player, man.
He is. He really has been.
Like a lot of people, they crown Craze, or they used to crown Jack Reaction, but a lot of people are now saying Phelpsy is that guy. He's that guy.
And I do agree because one thing is that besides him having like extraordinary skill, his intelligence is the next level too as well. And he's always has himself in a good position for his team, and a lot of these rotations alone. So definitely a key factor to why they're performing so good. But in round number 5, and we will see a block come through, and that's going to be a statue. Both teams want to keep this fight up, but it's going to come down mid-map. Who's going to get that first blood? That's going to be Hydro.
Don't do it to him, Hydro. Get the 3-piece. There we go.
And he gets it, but he will fall to Strikers now.
Boom shot was picked up by Fable. I mean, this is an ideal round for them right now. Baghdad is the last player alive. Marsh has boom shot and he's moving up. There's only 1 player on Supremacy in the double digits of kills. I think maybe 2 now. But yeah, there's about, what, 2 players?
Yeah,
So Fable is basically having their way right now. Supremacy, they started off strong the first few rounds, but it's like they're letting Fable get into their head. They're playing the Fable's play style.
Yeah.
And they need to, gain control of that.
Yeah. And and I agree with that, but they need to definitely win these opening initials, especially these later respawn rounds. Fable has just been so good at them. And when we started approaching 16, 18, and 20-second respawn rounds, Supremacy just, them coming out on top or regaining their footing like in the earlier rounds when the respawn timers were lower.
Yeah,
it's just not looking good for them so far. But they did manage to catch a second breath of life in this round when they had their backs against the wall. So making sure they secure their home hill, and they will have his B hill in their favor. And so when you see this happens, and as soon as you cap that B hill, you always got to make sure that you're checking top tables. And you see Crimp pushing, he's head down and put himself in a position. You call for help, and he's going to call for Zorko and say, hey, these guys are looking to push through, but Zorko goes mid-map. So he's going to leave his teammate in this position by himself. Now kills happening mid-map. Started slowly, couldn't get the down on Crim, but
look at that. Yeah. I like that. I love that setup. One thing I want to see from Supremacy next round, what you've been doing hasn't been working so far. I'm going to see you guys put a twist on it. Put more emphasis on the boom shot.
Yeah.
Put more emphasis on the weapon that's going to give you control of the game, because once you get that, you can slow things down to your play style, get your rotation set, and then go for the trip cap. Because spawns are going to be longer now.
Yeah, they will be. And this boom shot's going to be up for about 20 seconds or so. And as you see, Fable already in a good spot to pick it up, and I think that was just their plan all along. Hey, make sure we're in a good position for boom control. And you see nobody in Supremacy, in the spot to do anything about it. So they're gonna, that's a free boom shot. And based off the pace of this game so far and how slow this round has kind of been played, you want to see Supremacy at least die for that boom. Nobody died for it, but at this point, I would rather you die for that boom and just not give it up for free.
Phelpsy is the scariest player on the map right now with a pink invisible boom shot.
He really is. You see terror in all different types of forms.
Phelpsy pushing a 30 bomb right now. Do you think he could probably hit 40 this map?
I think he can get it 50.
He's hot right now.
If he can definitely do 50. 50. I think he can definitely do 50. He's going to get 2 kills with those booms. He's about to get 2 more.
Because...
not able to. Gonna fall. But
right now, Supremacy's biggest downfall is they have no presence. They have no map control, and their rotations are pretty slow.
Yeah.
Hey, Pete, we want you to take us to the $11 million. You got 72 hours before we start clipping your family.
We're gonna steal $11 million.
It's impossible.
The trick is always impossible until it isn't.
They're in a lot of spots by themselves. They're not using a buddy system. These are things that they have to look at in order to improve next time around. And when you're kind of discombobulated, when you're out there all alone, you give way to players like, Craze and Phelpsy to run around with a shotgun and play their way. Because these guys, they can slay out of control. We saw them take a map and almost beat Optic. So
at some point, somebody's just going to have to win a gunfight against one of these guys. Or you're going to have to be calling out, hey, Phelpsy, call him out. Dom character, find Dom. Double team if you got to.
Overload one side of the map, win that fight, and then take over from there, Supremacy.
And so I'm curious to see how they're going to be playing mid-map. You see Fable, they're going to be stacking 3 down cave. Why? Because they want to, first off, match their opponent's setup, but also get down and guard Boom for free. But the kills coming in mid-map in favor of Supremacy, at least for a bit. A quick pick's going to happen as well, but Marsh is going to die to those nades. Now more kills going in favor of Supremacy, but Phelpsy staying alive. He knows the boom shot is down, knowing that he's getting pushed and he's going to fall, but he has some help with Krim, and that boom is still on ground somewhere. Krim was looking for a little bit. They need to make sure they get this kill.
There we go.
Now backtrack and figure out where is the boom shot. They're going to find it right there.
Big blue invisible thing, man. You got this. That's what I like to see. Supremacy, they start off strong. At first, I thought I saw a fault. I saw a 2v2 at B, at boom shot, and the player from Supremacy ran to the middle to help his teammate out. And I thought, okay, they're going to lose boom shot again now. But that extra player helped them win a fight in the middle, and then they rolled all the way back around to win the gunfight at B, and now the domination's coming through.
And also, very important was the nades as well. Good nades kills, making sure that, hey, if you're not going to, send that extra man down that cave to get the beat and send them in map so you can at least secure the nades in that situation so you won't be at too much of a disadvantage. But let's see if Supremacy can get their first round on the board. They will have the lead, but Fable has been playing so methodical, and they just had good rotations all around. And you see, they got the B hill set up. What set the B hill? A boom shot. That's going to be spotted in about less than a minute. And now the pinch coming in off the back end as well. So Supremacy slowly starting to get pinched. And I like how Fable's keeping their distance as well.
There we go. All right, Craze. Just like that. That's what I'm saying. You have to back up.
Keeping their distance, making sure they clean up the kills, waiting for their teammates. And Fable was so patient, but they're also making the best out of their opportunities, which I love as well.
Now, you said Fable's playing so methodical. Is that really all you have to say about this team right now? This team just came off of a hot run in Mexico City. This team is looking like one of the best teams in the game. A lot of people are saying, they can place top four in Vegas right now, Blaze. When it comes to this team, what do you like about them, and how do you think they're going to do in Vegas?
You know what? For me, I personally feel that this team, they've gotten smarter with their weapon placements. They've gotten more aggressive. Most importantly, they have a new confidence in themselves that they actually believe, I feel like, that they can do it. They actually, for the first time, I feel like since I've watched this team, they truly believe that, hey, we can actually win one of these events,
big time.
Beforehand, it was just small little accomplishments in which they were chasing, and if you're chasing small goals like that, it's going to show in your performance. Okay, let me say that one more time for everybody watching the stream. If you're chasing small goals in life, all right, then that's going to show in your performance and how people perceive you as well. So now that I feel like they got a bigger goal at hand, and overall, you can see in their play style as well that
so confident.
Exactly.
It's disgusting how confident they are. They push every 1v1 they see.
But and people believe it too. They believe it, and the rest of us believe it now as well. So, but we'll see how their performance is in Vegas.
Yeah, I know Ben. If you're at home watching, Ben was the biggest fan of theirs in Mexico. I'm just happy to see another team in the fold right now. You hear a lot about Echo Fox, you hear a lot about Ghost Gaming, Optic. Okay, I'm tired of them. Bring in some new blood. I want to see these boys with Fable actually go out. And the thing that's beautiful about their run, a lot of teams that are successful, they get a lot of hate. The whole European nation stands behind this team. They love them.
They rightfully so.
They support the hell out of them.
And regardless of the fact, like even in Mexico City, all the other European teams knocked out, but them boys was in the crowd. They was cheering. I was sitting with them. They were in the crowd. They were in the back cheering for Fable. They might didn't want them to see them, and they didn't want to stand up and cheer too loud, but they was back there showing all that support and sending that positive energy for them, and that's what you need, especially out of a region. That's sometimes looked down upon, but these guys definitely proving a lot of people wrong, and this Fable team is a good one to represent them, and also has a good, strong chance at maybe winning an event one day, but we'll see.
I like it. You know, their play style reminds me a lot of United. You know, they're a well-rounded team. They're great at rotations and slaying. But a lot of people in EU, they're saying, hey, this team is unbeatable. No, you don't want that mindset. Don't think of them as the next Optic Gaming. Look at how they play and steady it. I mean, if you're like Fatal Strike, you're going to study the film, and you're going to see, you know, there's a weakness there. And you can come around and beat them because, listen, all of these teams, they... Oh,
no, you good.
All right. All these teams, they have a weakness. It's just up to you as a player to stay in the game and exploit them.
Yeah. This setup that Fable has, is I'm just loving it, because the simple fact is that those Lancers coming from that old home hill, they called it out. They say, hey, they're not coming this direction. We got to lock down. They have to push down Cave. That's what they said. They have to push down Cave. And then Fable know that they got the 2-cap. They're patient with them. And I was gonna say they were executing the strat very, very well, but I think they just got a little bit too aggressive on them. They pushed them before. Supremacy had to push Fable in that situation. They had to push them. They had to overextend. Fable got a little bit too antsy, and they decided to try to take this game in their own hands and push up. And that's gonna lose them 2 hills in the process, and actually give Supremacy their first round. All they had to do was sit on that 2-cap. Supremacy was going to have to funnel down that cave.
Look at Craze.
He's just standing. Can they get to admin time?
Stop it. Craze pitched on a 1v3.
He got 3 kills, but this round should have went in favor of Fable 100%. It should have been 7 though. They just played with their
really
food.
slow.
Yeah. Which was good.
Right.
It's good against a team like Supremacy, especially when you have a team that's making these rotations super slow.
Yeah.
These are the type of teams in which you can successfully run a good 2-cap on.
You're right.
If it's a more aggressive team where if Fable was to do the same setup on Ghost Gaming, they're going to have a few issues because those players got good enough mechanical skill where they're going to fly at you, but you just got to make sure you're hitting those shots.
Drop something big.
Let's see.
Do it.
I think that with Fable, maybe they're going to put Boom, put Boom and force this fight right off the jump. If not, they may just put it back in Pistons. They've won 6 straight rounds. I don't see them trying to drastically change too much up.
No.
Because even if Supremacy wants to force that fight down in Pistons once again, I think Fable is going to be 100% ready for it. But so far, so good, and Fable is making this look like a catwalk as well.
This is going to be a long climb back from Supremacy. If I'm on Supremacy right now and I am the end-game leader, I'm telling my boys, okay, listen, 1 round at a time. 1 round at a time. We can't stress about the other lost rounds. Okay, we lost 6 straight, but we still have a whole half ahead of us still. It's not over yet. Crazy. Nasty. But, they need to look at this 1 round at a time, take notes from why they're losing, and improve on that.
Now, Crazy
is so good.
About to get another kill on the board. And, he really is.
I want to be like him when I get it. This man's a beast.
Nah, he definitely is one of the most talented players on his team. But, we all love watching the flashy players at the time. But I'm happy tonight that Phelpsy gets to get some love because we ain't seen him out here in a while really turn up. But he's turning up today. Definitely a great performance out of that duo, Phelpsy and Crazy. We've been together for a long time, and it definitely shows in their gameplay as well. But you see 2 3v3 situations so far on the map. We're going to be in 12-second respawn rounds as well. You got 2 hills in favor of Fable. They got that neutral hill in their home hill, picking up a few more easy kills as well. Let's see. Usually we see teams, kind of want to go more for the home hill setups because it's easier to lock down when players are trying to push, through that funnel of getting to fountains or weldings from the spawn.
This is it. If you look at the setup right now, they have a great setup. They have support coming down from the old B hill. You have Marsh across the map shooting from this side. He is all alone right now to support his teammates. They can successfully pinch in this Supremacy team and get the win.
They can. It just comes down to just executing and making sure it happens.
Yeah.
And Supremacy about to get caught between another Fable sandwich once again. The question is, can they get out? Get the kill, get the meat, and that's what you need. So they should get 2 kills out of this one. So, but watch how fast this rotation comes out from Fable. Crazy already knows what's going on. You see the 2 players down low, they already pushing through Pistons. I
like that.
They chasing that lone guy by themselves, and that's Strikers. Fable just needs to keep on going. They decided to cut back towards mid-map. I would have ran completely past the guy at mid-map, forced my way up that ramp, and then let my other two teammates coming off spawn worry about him because he would end up putting himself in a bad situation. I just wish Fable would have committed to that push that that we almost saw them make.
If you're Strike, do you push this 1v1?
No, Strike, if you back up a little bit more, you're way too close.
He waited for the 1v2, but there was a crucial one moment for Strike right now. He gets taken out by Hydro. Two players from Fable are in their home hill right now, getting the cap. Another 2v1 pursues. Does Zorkos win this fight? No. Hydro. You know what I like about this Fable team? Every time you watch them, there's another player stepping up. Mexico, you had Hydro, you had Marsh. Then you look tonight, you have Craze and Phelpsy.
Yeah.
It never gets old, and that's what I like about the team. Any player can go up on any given day.
And that's what you want. That's what you want out of a championship caliber squad. You want that cohesiveness. But as you see, Fable winning that one with ease. What event this season is going to be. But I think Ante gets reality check at some point.
I mean, 2 weeks ago, Echo Fox beats them. Last week, they won 2 maps 7-6. 7-6 against Echo Fox.
Yeah.
So, I mean, who knows? Time might be coming. But the second map is underway right now. Supremacy against Fable. Blaze, what do you expect on this map?
I'm thinking Fable comes through, and closes this one out.
I need Supremacy to have a chip on their shoulder right now.
They really do. It's hard for me to just. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm gonna say, man, Supremacy, man, they're gonna come back in this one. It's gonna be a tough one. They're gonna have to take this one round at a time and show us that they can send this into a map 3. But Veli, you did say that they said that if they were to win, this is gonna be in a 2-1 fashion.
Oh yeah. Oh, Zorkos was confident. I said, hey, what's gonna happen? He said 2-1. Confidence. He didn't even think about it. So what I want to see their newest pickup, Strike. I'm gonna see Strike let the community know how good he really is. I want him to put people on notice. Right now we see Chris across the map, a new pickup as well. He takes out Krim. He has Phelpsy in a 1v1. Is he gonna push this?
I think he is. And
he's about that life.
Yeah, I like his timing on it. Phelpsy was very, very weak. Had 33% health left in that one.
He was about that life, and then he lost his life.
Hey,
so.
some of those fights you could take, especially in that 10-second round. You see you got a good opportunity.
I like that
you get the jump. That guy is missing some shots. Close that gap. But Phelpsy had a little bit of extra help on that one. Got the 2-hill advantage. Going to be in favor of Supremacy. Only a slight lead. And now Fable looking to get in and get this home hill.
That's the difference you see between top teams and the ones that are in the middle of the pack. The way they moved up in that 2v1, one guy didn't push from the shotgun. They both had a Lancer out to team fire. You know why, Blaze? Because the percentage of success is higher that way. You don't put yourself in a risky situation like that. If you're in a 2v1, get a good angle. Pistol and Lancer that guy out. You don't want to risk the pretty shotgun play because that guy can take out both of you.
Yeah. Now, Krim. You see the 2-hill favorite. 2-hill is going in favor of Fable. The last hill right in front of us. You see 4 members spawned up. You see somebody trying to wrap around, but it may be too little too late for them to try to make it to that B hill. Fable just needs to keep 3 on the hill. Yep, everybody just tried to drop back and get to that home hill, not able to. Fable looking good once again.
That was dominant.
So, but also the one thing in which made it look so dominant, there's a few things in which they're doing. Number one, they're making sure that they keep tabs on everybody on the map. They're dotting their I's and crossing their T's. All right, nobody at B. We got the hill. We're moving up a little bit. Everybody that's on the map is spawned up and spawned. And so once you have little small information like that and you see those guys kind of funneling, you put yourself in a position to really make the other team feel helpless.
Yeah.
And this entire matchup, I actually kind of feel bad for Supremacy because they've looked helpless on a lot of these rounds.
And they're not tunnel vision as they push to each hill. When they advance, they take over the whole map. They sweep through.
That's true. And again, I like how you said that. They sweep this whole map. They make sure all these corners is checked, everything's cleared, and then the whole team has a clear picture on where Supremacy is, and it shows the way that they're set up. No confusion whatsoever on this Fable team. This is going to be one of the hardest 2K Supremacy I've ever played in.
Yeah. Well, we seen them in the finals 2 weeks ago. I'm pretty sure we're going to see them here. They're slowly getting better. Okay, even though last map they pretty much did get the work from Fable, this, by any means that they're a bad team. They're a great team. I've seen them actually do work in Dallas and Mexico. I'm a fan of them. I like Baghdad. But what we need to see from them is more aggression and consistency with the shotgun. The teamwork is there, in my opinion. They need to work on rotation. and Slang. They need to be confident in their shotguns in order to win these huge fights, especially when you go against the likes of Craze and Phelpsy and Marsh and everyone else on the team.
Yeah. So, as we see, Zorkos, he gets a little kill, but he's going to take some damage in the process as well. But quickly, as Belly ends his statement, you're going to see that B hill to C hill, the domination start to come through for Supremacy. Now, they have tabs on all the Fable members. They're getting some shots in on these guys on a home hill, but they need to get a guy in position to take top rock, and I think Zorkos understands that he needs to get there. They left it wide open, and that's a power position, folks. To have that height advantage, you can really, make sure nobody kind of pushes across and takes your home hill for free. Zorkos was just late on that rotation to get there, but his other teammate could have possibly, I think it was probably, I forget who was the other guy in that spot, but he could have probably made it to that top rock. And now he has to push because he knows that he at least has to clear this guy out. But he's going to get down now. No help in sight. So Fable still keeping control over this side of the map. Even though they don't have the lead, they got themselves in a spot to kind of play for this domination. But the push comes in from Supremacy. Can they clean up on these kills is the question.
Right, there we go. The newcomer for Supremacy getting a double kill to help them out. And let's see if they can go ahead and complete the domination on this last hill. He has a great position. The one thing I do not want the one thing I don't want to see him do is get caught up. He needs to back up, as he's doing now, get this top rock, and actually offer support for the rest of his teammates. But first, he has to win this 1v1.
2v1, actually. He's got somebody else up there with him.
Geez.
Had a good shot in, but not enough help. The beat fight is still going down. You see Fable, they got 3 Supremacy members right in front of them. 2 Supremacy members. And they're just going to hold off. They're waiting for their teammates to win the fight at B. And they know that they're going to get it soon, so they're just going to be patient. They're going to be patient. Let their teammates win a fight at B, and once they're going to sweep that whole area once again. I think Craze got a little bit too cocky. A little bit too cocky on that one. He should have just held his position. He knew his teammates was pinching him on the back end, but this still should be a Fable round. We're about to start to see them slowly suffocate Supremacy once again.
Fable already going for the triple cap. They are down in points right now. Supremacy had a 2-hill lead in front of them, but they're slowly falling apart. This Hydron helps his teammate out to take out Strike, and I'm pretty sure they're going to move in to go and get A after this. They're in the 3v1. Physics has to back up. This is a fight you do not want to be in.
It's definitely not one you want to be in.
But he might win it.
Let's see.
Okay, there we go. He has support fire from his teammate right there. I didn't see that.
High game, folks.
Right.
This C hill going in favor of Supremacy, but Fable, they need one of these home hills. Okay, so B gets decapped, C gets decapped as well. A hill, that's the big one. Is anybody close to it?
Oh,
Hydron falls. Supremacy ties this up 1-1.
That's them.
That's a dogfight type of round. They're going to have a lot of these left.
They needed this. They needed it. You have to make a statement. You can't let Fable go up 6-0 again. You're going to have to make them fight for these rounds, which means you have to win early. You cannot give them this type of momentum. And Gears of War to me is the most momentum-based game out there in esports.
In that round, I got to give credit to Supremacy's resilience. Fable loses that round because Crash getting a little bit too antsy on that top rock. He holds down that position. His teammates clear out the B area, and then that pinch comes in as well, and they should win that round in the domination. But they created an opening for Supremacy to get through. So let's see. What is the weapon placement going to look like? We already got Hammers down in what we call the game room with those little tubbies next to that top rock. And Incense are going to go down to the platform, which I think is going to be a good move. That's a good play. Fight heavy for those Incense. Controlling those home hills, especially with a pair of Incense as well, is a deadly combination.
With Craze making that careless play, I would like to point out to the viewers out there, when it comes to practice in games like this, this is pretty serious to me. You have to practice and play as if you're at an actual land, you're at an actual tournament, because all this stuff becomes muscle memory. It becomes habits that you form, and you want to play like you would every day on land.
Yeah.
You don't want to be caught doing stupid things, because that does carry over.
It does carry over, Val. But both these teams being passive on the platform, waiting for B, and I'm thinking we're gonna see a power weapon go on that platform in one of these later rounds, because these fights are super slow, and I don't even think Marsh and Craze like playing in slow fights like this. They're looking for something. M-Bar is definitely gonna go down by somebody, but Marsh, he gets aggressive. I only think that Craze is gonna flank. I was waiting for it because I didn't see him in the top end, and Marsh had both of their attentions directed at him. Craze made a quick flank, and now he's gonna get control over this B hill as well, even though his teammates losing the A hill. And now, You got Supremacy. They're looking good. They should have control over the Ensigns as well to control both these hills. So let's see how they play it.
So the question is, can they hold this? Their biggest challenge so far is gaining map control and maintaining it. Every time they do, it seems like Fable comes back, you know, they head down or just, you know, pick them out with angles and regain that map control. Right now, Supremacy is going for the triple cap. Let's see if Fable can be aggressive and take their hill back.
And I will say that, you know, Fable breaks Supremacy setups a lot quicker than Supremacy breaks Fable setups. And that's another reason why you can probably feel helpless at times. But those 2 kills will go in favor of Fable. You got the rest of the straight Supremacy members flanking around that was fighting at B. They're going to be on top of Fable's home hill. They're both going to be quickly pushed and funneled into that control role. And that's going to be 2 down. So those kills will get cleaned up by Hydrone. Graham just needs to make sure he can cap his home hill and regroup with his teammate Marsh.
So Blaze, like Fable did in Mexico City, do you see Supremacy or any other European teams making a big splash in Vegas? Because these teams, you know, they come out the woodwork and they surprise us.
I think especially what's happening with the LCQ is very awesome. And also at the same time that they got that regional as well in the European region.
That's going to be so nice.
Both those 2 things is going to increase the skill level of this group. You know, it's going to do a lot for them. But do I see anybody else contending on the level which Fable's contending on?
Not on that level. I would say top 8.
Top 8? Nope. Not now, at least. Supremacy is currently like the top 2 team in this region. But we'll see if anybody else can kind of, you know, take the next 5 best players that can actually work with each other. And put together a roster that can, you know, give Fable a run.
But you know what just happened, right?
What?
So you and Benson always spoke about how Fable needed a coach.
Mm-hmm.
They had a coach, Ash.
Mm-hmm.
You know what Ash is doing now?
What is he doing?
He left.
Did he?
Ash made his own team. He's playing with Reaction.
Interesting.
So there is a new team in the EU right now, headed off by Jack Reaction, one of the most story players in the EU.
And I gotta say, if it's gonna be a team, it's gonna be a team with him on it.
Oh, of course. It has to be.
I think it's gonna be a team with him on it. And Ash knows exactly how these guys play. You also got Rage, still talented. You got Sam as well. You pretty much got all the old ex-Fable members out in the world, and they can make a talented roster if they want to. But I think the LCQ is an important part to really make sure to get these players and keep them motivated.
So when you had a player that played on the top level in the EU, such as Ash, and he's making a team with dominant players such as Jack Reaction, I mean, you kind of have a new player in the game now. You have players that have been at the top before, they're still hungry for it. And with this LCQ, they can have a shot. You don't think so?
Nah. That's like that. Nah.
Not at all.
Nah, I was about to use the North American team as an example, but I don't feel like having nobody on my bad side
Go
today.
ahead. Say
nah, but you know, they can't. Just because they made that roster, I don't mean they contending with the best yet. You know what I'm saying? You're not contending with the best.
I'm saying
yet.
it's a possibility. I'm not saying they're part of that league.
Possibilities, always possibilities. You know, we all dream. Our dreams are possibilities. That don't mean that they come true. It really don't. So it's all about performing. Say let's do more. You know, you got to show up any given Sunday.
Right.
You got to be ready when your name is called. So, you know, some people take them a while to get ready compared to others. You know, I feel like this Fable team is the most consistent. So, you know, their placements are about to start becoming more consistent. Everybody else still got a lot to show me, but we'll see. You know,
Fable's definitely showed us enough, though.
No, they have. They have. It shouldn't be no doubts. But as you can see, Supremacy getting very, very aggressive on these home hills. They're looking to take Fables. Chris is going to pick up another kill. And B is being defended by Crash. He's going to be in a 1v2, and he's going to fall as well. So the B hill should go in favor of Supremacy. Now, Fable finds himself in a position in which they had Supremacy only just 2 rounds ago. Let's see how they choose to break it. And with Ensigns down as well, that's actually those Ensigns being on top of that hill is going to actually give Supremacy a little bit of extra time, you know, to prevent this domination, which is bad. They don't want that to happen. But they pick up the kills that needed to happen, and they do deliver the same fate to Fable.
Right now. Supremacy, they're cutting off parts of the map. They're not letting Fable sweep through like they did earlier or last map. Supremacy is forcing team fights. They're not giving away stupid 1v1s. They're playing as a team that actually hold this aggressive roster back. So the question is, what is Fable going to put down as a weapon?
I think maintenance was the clear
That's
option.
what I was thinking, man.
But you know what? These fights have been so heavy focused on this side of the map, and if they've been dominated so much, By all means, if you want to give yourself a set of nades and incense for free, then they can do it, because those incense aren't available till 45 seconds after the round begins. Just on the map effect, lift, got to make it to the bottom.
Right.
So they can,
go.
if they wanted to put the nades up top, they can technically play for the incense. Then they got enough time to back up, reset, and also use those incense to play for the nades. And you got two things working. But as I said before, I think Marsh and Craze, they're getting a little bored on that bottom end of the map.
Marsh is kind of happy now. He's got an M bar.
No, well, they actually put the nades down. I thought it was going to be an M bar as well. They did put the nades down.
Oh, see that line?
Yeah.
I thought it was an M bar.
I did too for a quick second.
I'm blind, y'all.
But they did put the nades, so they do have something else to fight for on this side of the map. So my question is, how will Supremacy react? Because this is a big 2v2 fight. And they're playing it passively so far. They're trying to wait on the other side of the map so the rest of their teammates can do something. But nobody's really being aggressor. I actually expect the Fable to be the aggressors in this situation.
We expect that, but Supremacy, we know they're not going to be the aggressive team in this scenario. They like to wait for the other team to make the first move, and then they react on top of it. Fable's the other way around, but would you say nades is something that they need to really, really push for right now?
Yeah, I think most importantly is winning this fight and control the B. You get the nades, you control this B
You don't
fight.
have to go down there and fight that strike.
But he brought enough time for them to get those nades and back away. So the question is what he wants to do with them next. I don't know where that nade went, but it did connect with somebody, and he's gonna get the second one on top of the hill, not able to get the next kill. So that fight being won by Fable pretty much, and they're looking to get the domination to come through as well. Physics last man standing to defend his home hill. He's gonna go down. Help coming, but maybe too little, too late. But as I say that, Chris, he does get a kill, but he falls. And folks, it is too little, too late. At least in this round, this one goes to Fable.
Yes, and that push for the nades right there, what I would have liked to see, someone striking his teammate ran up there to the nades. He already had Fable scared to push up. They had, that control.
Yeah.
All they had to do was pick up nades and just run out. They could have saved a life. But you know what? They lost that round.
Well, so when the first guy died, he was able to pick up those nades and run away.
I didn't think he had to die.
He just had to. He distracted him for his teammate to pick up his name. I just felt like the guy picked him up it was BBB. He picked him up way too late.
Way too late.
Way too late. As soon as his teammate pushed, you pick him up. You possibly got a quick double. Even if you take out your teammate in the process, you got a quick double, and then you got a 2v1 with the guy that's left mid map. But they kind of got pinched. Just the strategy didn't work out for them the way they thought it was.
I want to see Supremacy try that again. I want to see them be more aggressive on that. Because, he did walk away with the kill. And he had nades. I want to see him bring those nades around and help out his teammates. What weapon did they place at the top right there?
You see at the top, that's going to be... Actually, I can't even see it because it's behind the scoreboard. But we'll see what it is soon. Now.
So right now we have another 2v2 scenario. We see Craze and Baghdad on the screen. The question is, will the aggressive team Fable make the first push? No, actually, Supremacy, they made the push over the nades right now. Ooh, Phelpsy with the double incendiary kill right now. It's a huge 1v2 for the nade control. Craze gets taken out, and the nades are required.
So they still want to put the M bar down. They just put it on the other end of the map, which is something that you don't see too often.
So it was the M bar?
Yeah, it was the M bar. And you just see the shots coming in. Friend was able to connect with one of them. Oh, he actually hit that guy. But that was going to be a body shot. Also, nobody else there to clean it up as well. I guess he's saying that if you guys going to be playing that position so passively, then, if he can get that M bar easily and you still see that opening from side to side of the map, you can still, defend that B hill. But I like the M bar placement. I like at least having one of these big weapons on the map. And if you're so dominant on this side of the map, by all means, go for it. But, friend, taking some damage.
They're trying to push in one by one. They were taking out 2 to 3 kills now. Fable, they're up 3 to 2 players. Supremacy going for the domination right now. Krim's going to have to move up and get in that hill.
Yes, he is. And trying to connect with those long-range shots, but cannot. So, Supremacy, 2 hills in their favor. Trying to pull away with this lead so far, but I feel like this round it's a 20-second respawn, folks. He's going to end the domination eventually. New nades off the respawn as well. Not able to connect any kills, but he is going to end up using both of them. Oh, got Marsh behind him. I don't even think he saw the guy. Yeah, he didn't even see the guy. He had his back turned. Marsh trying to clutch up.
There we go. Can he get the third?
Make it a 1v2. Not able to get the third one. And so domination coming through as well. They got the rest of the guys on the home hill. They may even have another pair of incense. These guys got to run through the flames. Not able to. Yeah, that's going to be 5 members down. Fable Goes up 4-2 in this round so far.
It's looking good. It's not, at first, it was like Fable didn't really know how to advance on Supremacy. Now, slowly, they're starting to take control now. They're starting to play the game their way. They're getting their kills in. They're running the map like they were, last map. And it's starting to look good for them. I want to see Supremacy still force their playstyle on Fable, or, just be a little bit more aggressive. Maybe they need to learn from Fable and emulate what they're doing in order to keep up.
I definitely agree, and we used to do it back in the day as well. You got a team that runs a good setup or a good strategy against you, you steal it. Don't feel bad, folks. Like, if somebody calls you out, oh, you're using our strategy during the tournament? Yeah, I am, and I made it better, too. Ain't nothing wrong against that. You take it and you make it your own, and you add it to your strat book, That's why a lot of people don't show what they got to do until it comes to event time, because you don't got these strats padded, It'd be nice if you could run my strat. I could be like, hey, I got a padded. I'm going to sue you for $2,000 for using my strat on main stage. It don't work that way.
Right.
So, you do want to emulate what your opponents is doing and make it your own. And like I said, add it to the book. And when it comes down to this Fable roster, who've had so much success against top North American teams,
So much.
all the European teams should be doing it.
Oh, yeah.
But we'll see if Fable wants to show the goodies yet. If they want to go 100% against the people in their own region at all times, which I think that they should.
We have almost all players alive, and the domination still almost happened. Blaze, Fable, they are slowly moving up. Hurry been going for the kill right now. Marsh, full red, needs to get in cover right now. Map control, Fable side. If you see all the Supremacy, they're basically all in one area right now. If Fable moves in, they can pinch them off, get the kills. There's a long timer on these respawns. This could work in Fable's advantage.
Well, yeah. Well, the respawn timers did get dropped back down, so we are going to be on a shorter respawn rounds. But it feels like it's a longer respawn round just based off the setups and how slow the gameplay is feeling. But this is that both these teams are looking for the right time to strike, and you see a big team fight on the home hill across. So physics, he's going to get that. That's going to get him that home hill as well. So if this fight for E can be won, that's going to be good.
That's pretty big.
Yeah, that's going to be big for Supremacy. You're going to take down Craze. This is where you stand on top of the hill. Yeah, you stand on top and you decap. You force this guy out. You don't go to Hydro, make Hydro come to you.
He has to.
And you see,
easy
kill. That's an easy kill in that situation. Now, here comes the rest of the members. If you keep Fable in this spot, all you need is one down. But they don't have anybody on the platform side. They're trying to get the pinch in, but Krim is getting ready for it. And he's not going to win that fight on stairs. Craze is going to help him out. So this is where Fable tries to turn the tides. Supremacy not able to get the downs as needed.
This is huge.
Yeah, this should be their round, but they're giving Fable some room to breathe. Some room to breathe.
So right now we have a 3v2 in Supremacy's home right now, and just like that, the momentum swing back in Fable's hands. So let's see if they go ahead and take advantage of this home cap. Right now, you see them stand up. They're plotting for it. You're just waiting for the right moment to capture it.
All right. Now.
Okay, that was pretty smart. He backed up. He knew it wasn't viable to go ahead and do that.
No, it definitely wasn't. Good lead. At this point, he just needs to control one of these hills. You got two members trying to contest for this E hill. They're both going to fall as well, trying to go for the desperation kill. Not able to make it. That's going to be two members down. 2:04 on the clock. Nobody in the area. You see Hydron coming in late. This is going to be a Supremacy round. So maybe the Gears, we thought the Gears Fightnight curse of where people losing the maps in which they pick.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, it's definitely a thing. But we was thinking last week it may have just been a Benson thing. But this week, if Supremacy pulls out with this map, then it's definitely real in full effect.
I'm kind of concerned. This isn't the Fable we've seen past few weeks. This Fable's playing really slow.
Shoot, they just after the ass whooping they dropped on Supremacy in map number 1.
But that was map 1. We're talking about map 2 now. Map 1 was that was a whole different story. But right now, Supremacy, they seem to be more aggressive in some areas.
I also wouldn't be surprised if Fable's also gathering intel as well. And the reason why I say that is because, this week Fable chose to become Team B. Now, you guys really don't notice too much. You guys see the picks and bans, before the map. But you guys notice the team that picks 2 maps. But, Fable's the higher seed. But they chose to pick 1 map this week. The question is why? Is it because maybe they just want to play on more maps as the COG team? Or if they're just saying, hey, you know what? Let's just see what Supremacy wants to do. Let's just learn a little bit more about these guys. You know, yeah, make you know, just get in more intel on our region. But you know, they decided to be Team B this week, which I thought was pretty interesting. Don't know exactly why. I'm gonna have to ask Elsie later on.
Marsh in a 1v1. Can you go ahead and do this? Marsh, one of my favorite players in Mexico. That man, he had a great showing as a new member of Fable. Power weapon, shotgun, team fire. He can do it all.
To be honest with you, I think that's the match I want to see the most. I want to see Fable versus Echo Fox. I want to see that one. Yeah, I want to see that again. I want to see, do we get the same outcome or a different outcome?
I don't know. Echo Fox had a pretty questionable event, man. If you go and ask any of them, they got last place, according to them. Last place.
And that's how you should feel. If it ain't first, it's last.
And I think we can all agree that was their worst event ever. Worst performance, like, ever as a team. So the question is,
really? You think everybody? I thought Toy played great.
No, I mean as a unit.
Oh,
like,
as a unit,
you know, they got like 30th place.
Yeah, yeah.
But so the question is, that's not the real Echo Fox. That was Catfish.
Okay.
They were Catfish in Mexico. So the question is, when Echo Fox comes back swinging in Vegas, I don't know. I think a lot of things are gonna come. It's gonna change.
Coming from somebody who has, you know, watched Echo Fox play for like 2 straight seasons, you know, I feel like I hear it time and time again. Yeah, this the event.
Oh no,
we gonna do this the event. We gonna do it today.
Them against Optic. That's a whole nother story.
Last week was a fluke. My internet was jacked up. This is gonna be the week we do it. Last event,
It was meant to.
You know, I didn't bring my lucky socks. Like you know, at a certain point, I just gotta just go off performances.
Yeah.
You know, I gotta go off performances, and I gotta go off what you showed me when the spotlight's on you, and that's how I gotta base my opinions because. Believe me, I know I used to be the guy in those positions making those same excuses, man.
But
like,
do you believe in slumps, though?
Yeah,
but do you also believe in teams catching fire?
Slumps happen.
It was, listen, man, it took a special type of team to take Fable out.
It did, and well, I can just say that 25%. They can say that 25% of all their international lands they played at their worst, and that's true about Echo. They have played at their worst, but. You know, we're gonna see what Vegas has in store. You know, that's all it is. We show up, perform any given day. Just who you want to be.
They're too busy eating tacos and enjoying Mexico, and Fable slipped right up under them.
We'll see.
It happens.
I ain't drone. You see, Fable. Nobody. You got a few points on the board for Supremacy. Fable's getting super aggressive over by the neutral hill, so E will go in their favorite. They are going to get their opponent's home hill.
This is what I like to see. This is vintage Fable. Aggressive, map control, angles, and now only thing that's standing, between them and this W is just the F hill.
Yeah, it is, and my fault. They went back and got their home hill. Now you see Supremacy spawning up. That's a hard way to go. You got to throw some well-placed smokes if you want to push in from that side. And now with these hills being in the dead zones, you got to push out into the open area. And it's hard to just have movement to kind of navigate through such open terrain with all these support weapons just looking at you.
Physics, pick your man up. Physics ran up there in front of his down teammate, and it just ran away. Fable, 1 round away from winning this 2-0. Zorkos, he gave a 2-1 prediction. I'm going to need you guys to step this up a little bit. Now Fable is starting to look like the Fable we all know. Aggressive, dominant, taking control of maps, each sector at a time. Supremacy, they're going to have to bring out their shotguns and play their game. I think that's the only way they can be Fable at this point. Because Fable, they force you into these fights with, that support player in the back. So let's see if Supremacy could go ahead, pick this up, and make this comeback.
And plus, teams have different play styles on different maps. And this could be one of Fable's more passive maps, so to speak, just kind of put themselves in prime positions and wait for their opponents to get super aggressive and them to take advantage against them. I'm pretty sure that they've done any homework for this team. We all know how aggressive the Supremacy roster can be, and if you're going to be that aggressive, then you're going to have other teams going to just try to outthink you. But names will fall as well. Not able to get that kill. I like how Strikers, he pushed up past that guy to try to get that kill. Not able to. Marsh got bagged in the 1v1, and you got the rest of Supremacy following on the other end of the map as well. He's going to try to stay alive.
Hey, yeah, so this is a huge 1v1 right now. You cannot afford this loss against Marsh. Marsh, one of... Here we go. Baghdad. Okay, Baghdad was taking out Marsh. Gives him the no-no. One of the newest players on Fable, and he's showing out in a big way along with Krim. And then here they go with the domination.
Yeah, this is looking like a Fable round. Getting the rest of these free kills pretty much at this point. Nate comes through, takes out his teammates, but You still got these players coming off the respawn. They're not going to make it to that hill, and that's going to do it, folks. You got Fable, once again, your European 2K champions. And, you know, even in that map, those last two maps, you know, 14-2 round count.
Pretty much.
Regardless of when a round's won, that says it all. 14-4 round count.
It's pretty convincing.
And, yeah, it is.